And welcome back. We're just having a bundle of fun right here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Open. Our last guest is known as a storyteller. They call him Storyteller Gordon. And he's a versatile writer too, spoken word artist, dynamic host, and he joins us to speak about his 501c3 nonprofit organization from NYC and to highlight the efforts he's taken to foster positive and healthy conversations on masculinity, the holistic health of black men, and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Darnnell Dorvil.
Thank you.
Darnnell,
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
You work out, man?
Yeah, when I can.
When you can.
When I can.
No, I
And-
understand completely. Sometimes, you're running hard and you can't.
yeah. And when the doctor gives me approval, that's important as a health advocate, make sure that you're good to work out before you get into any regimen. I would recommend most guys
That's
check
right,
check
because
that.
there's stories on that too, where guys want to just get in and go at it right off the bat. And sometimes you can't do that. You got to find out what you're capable of doing and go slow.
Absolutely.
And get into it little by little.
Absolutely.
No, we're not 10 anymore.
Certainly not. Certainly not.
What made you get into storytelling, and how did you get the name Storyteller Gordon?
So Gordon, which has no relation to me at all, was a name given to me when I was upcoming and was being a rapper more so. So they gave me the name Gordon, and when I looked into the name Gordon and the etymology of the name, it said leader and fearless, and I said, well, I'm a fearless
use
leader.
that. Yeah.
I wanted to attach that to my personality at that time because I didn't have the confidence then that I do now. So it became almost like a safety blanket of confidence. So when I got back into writing and wanting to share my writing with the world, I figured I would take the Gordon and add the storyteller to it, because storytelling is what connects me to the universe. Growing up, I used to have vision problems. I had to have my eye patched to strengthen my other eye. So it really sharpened my listening skills. I would love how people explain things, stories, even commentary, and of course hip hop. Hip hop is everything. So that's where I took all the storytelling from, and added the
You could have
two
been like
together.
another Slick Rick.
Slick Rick, Outkast, Notorious B.I.G., Nas. We come from a long line of storytellers. I'm from Brooklyn.
Yeah. But with the patch. Slick Rick.
With the yes, certainly.
How has storytelling changed your life and the life of others?
Mine.
But did you grow up? You can hold that for a second. Yeah. But did you grow up shy? Because you said you didn't have the confidence.
Yeah, I did. I grew up very shy. I was a nerd. I was what people like to call a nerd, what people deem a nerd. But I probably was always cooler than I thought. We grew up with that identity complex and the imposter syndrome. You're actually a lot cooler than you believe.
I was that way too. So I didn't speak much. I just did. In sports and in boxing and football and basketball, I just went ahead and did and let that speak, because, it was a whole nother story. But anyway, let's talk about
I did in the classroom,
Exactly.
scholastically.
So storytelling changed your life and changed the life of others.
Yeah, because it's what gave me connection. It's what gave me connection to people, to things. It's how I feel out the world. It's how I read the world. So I was good at so many different things. And even when I would struggle through jobs or find out what my place is, the one thing I would always hang my hat on was my ability to connect with people.
Yeah.
So whether that was retail, whether that was sales, whether that was healthcare, I've always been able to connect with people because I'm listening to what you're saying, I'm relating to what you're saying, and I'm speaking it back to you, right? And when you realize that we as people have more in common than what separates us, you're not looking at what makes us different anymore. You're just looking at the commonalities, and that's what storytelling did for me. So whether this person is disabled, whether this person is going through a hard time, whether this person has a different gender, has a different sex, a different religion, I will find a commonality in your story, and we automatically become related. We're human.
Yeah. The identification technique.
Absolutely.
Let's find out what it's all about. I got some stuff with me. You got some stuff with you. I love you for who you are, though. Understanding that everybody has situations, everybody has good and bad that people love about them,
Right.
and hate about them. But if you understand that, you can relate.
Absolutely.
How does your work storytelling relate to Black men's health and mental health?
So, Form NYC started when I finished. I graduate school. I finished graduate school, and I decided to found Form NYC, focused operation to redefine masculinity. Because at the time, I'm struggling with it. I'm struggling with it. I'm dating women who are telling me I need to be more of a man, as if there's a place that you graduate to become a man. There's no school of that. There's none of that. So I was like, well, I can't let you define me as a man. You know, so understanding that and understanding that I had a collection of male friends who helped me break this identity. Don't let someone talk to you like this. And not every guy has that community. So I understood that men needed community to understand that, you know, you're okay, you're doing okay. And now the conversation around mental health is always, you know, at the forefront of conversation when it comes to men's health and men's mental health. But I have been having these conversations in barbershops with men, with young men when I was a teacher in Philadelphia. I've had several conversations with these men. And when you know how connected to how many different men you are, how many stories you have, it became easy to tell that in my work. So this was, as I was waiting for the 501c3 paperwork to go in the work, I started posting these little vignettes online, stories of men and the awkward conversations that we share in closed rooms, and share that with the world and see what happens, because they didn't know men think like this.
Explain some of these pictures right here. What is it?
This is me in Ghana, Africa. December, we were doing some nonprofit work. I collaborated with a colleague of mine, Yarelys. He's the founder of Coleco. And that was a good time. We visited orphanages in Africa. This is December also. I did a toy drive with my nonprofit organization. We got over 400 toys to One Brooklyn Health. The pediatric unit over there. That's me distributing the toys. I'm with Dr. Viss, who's higher up over there at One Brooklyn Health, at the Brookdale Hospital. Yeah, some more photos of that.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you're doing some great work in our community.
So this was my men's health and wellness mixer. So I was able to honor those who not only in healthcare in and of itself, but community health, health and wellness, fitness, as well as mental health, honoring people who are contributors to the health of Black men in our communities.
Beautiful, beautiful. Great, thank you for doing all that you're doing. Your storytelling, you got the Form NYC, you got the 501c3 going on. So you're in line, right? You got all the ducks in a row. And there's always something that you got to put together. What are you missing right now? Are you raising funds? Are you looking for cash? Or?
Always. 501c3 should say we're always looking for money. Always. Website formnyc.org. To donate, that would always be great. Right now,
we got the Wizard of Oz room up there. Guys, you know what to do, right?
Right now,
take this camera right here and ask for what you want.
Money, all of it. No, seriously, you can feel free to donate funds to www.formnyc.org. You know, right now we're in the process of setting up our next men's health and wellness mixer for 2024, and it's. As an artist now, it's great, but I work in healthcare, so I can get doctors out there. I've worked in community health. I get directors of organizations out there. I'm in the gym. I get fitness individuals, and they're all in one room to basically talk about the health of our community, and we get to honor some people who are doing great work. It's a really beautiful event.
When is that going to take place?
In June, Men's Health Month. June 18th is the tentative date.
Yeah, and that's all going to be on your website, which is?
formnyc.org.
All right, send that dough. You need cash.
I need cash.
You need help. You need volunteers.
We need volunteers, boots on the ground, individuals who are working. Anyone who's willing to get committed and assist the cause, we definitely take on the assistance.
Hey man, thank you so much. So we send that to, all that information is going to be right there, because now you put it out there and you want people to go right there and find out where to send this money, how they can be a part of what you're doing, how they can volunteer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the website again?
formnyc.org. You can sign up for the mailing list and get all the information. I'm also working on my first collection of poetry this year that to be released in a book form.
Oh, I was going to get them to do it, but I'm running out of time. All right, give me a quick 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Oh,
15 seconds. Go ahead.
okay. In my head, it feels like I already left her. Months ago, when conversations started feeling like lectures, when her touch lost that loving texture, that's not conjecture. Most nights I realize I resent her too much to sex her. But instead of her wondering what that's about, I get hit with accusations of me stepping out. Hostile arguments where we tell each other step it up or not enough. She threatens that she leaves, and I pray she does.
There you go. And you can put the rest of that on the website.
Yeah, please follow me for more of that. Storyteller Gordon. I'm Storyteller Gordon everywhere. That's storytellergordon.com. Storyteller Gordon on YouTube. Storyteller Gordon on TikTok. Storyteller Gordon on Instagram. You can follow me and keep up with the work at Storyteller Gordon.
Darnnell Dorvil, Storyteller Gordon. Thank you so much, man, for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. And who's the young lady that's with you?
Sharon Lead.
Sharon Lead. Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys.